Good evening all, welcome to Pantech eLearining. So Pantech eLearining welcome you all. So today we are going to see about machine learning using AI. Okay, so machine learning using AI. So how we can apply machine learning techniques for predicting AI techniques. Okay, so for this purpose I am using some data set. Those data set will be available in description. Okay, so if you need that data set, you can download using that description link, and you can code with me also. Okay, if you are free means you can code with me also. Why? Because I am using online IDE only. Okay, that is online Google Collab only I am using. So it will be easy to type the code and learning purpose. If you are free means you can work on it. And before we go into this session, this program is conducted by Sri Sankara Arts and Science College and the Department of Mathematics. Okay, so the Department of Mathematics is conducting this wonderful webinar on machine learning using AI, association with Pantech eLearining. So we will enter into the session and how the machine learning will be useful for predicting the output results. Okay, so before we go into this session, I like to tell about our profile, the Pantech Solutions profile. So it's origin from 2004 and 7 branches and 1000 plus employees, that is 100 plus employees and 1200 plus workshops. So still we are conducting in online workshops also, even both the FDP and for students purpose also. So if you need those things, you can contact us. I will show you the number at the last end of the session to whom you need to contact. So if you need webinars, or if you need internships, or if you need 1 month internship, or if you need only a technical training programs, like furthermore if you need means you can contact us, so we will help you. And our main portfolio is like research and development industries project and faculty development programs, hands-on training workshops, internships and in-plan training, short-term course, value-added course, academic projects, and customized design service and state-of-art and R&D. Okay, so this is not our this is the thing we are doing for project research and development purpose. And here we are doing mini projects and major projects for final year student or BTech or MTech or MCA students, and all we are focusing. So if you are based on ECE or EEE department domains, you can take a project like Internet of Things, Artificial Intelligence, Embedded System, Robotics, VLSI, FPGA, TMS. So one of the most for EEE and ECE students, VLSI and FPGA. So we have projects like those domains also, and image processing using OpenCV, or we have using MATLAB also is there. Okay, so you can contact us if you need those network simulation and power electronics and electric vehicles. Not only this one, we have even communications and antenna designs and all we have. So if you need those things, you can contact us, we will help you. And in other hand, we have CSE and IT domains. So it's all about like software oriented only, like big data related or data analytics related or IoT, Python with Android Kotlin or Android application, and development, data mining, image processing, text mining, cloud computing, mobile computing, AI, deep learning and machine learning. So we are covering these projects related to CSE and IT domains. Okay, and the follow-up of this, we have table of contents. The table of content is all about first we will go on to introduction of the webinar. So what is the machine learning and why we are using machine learning, and we have the data set description. Why? Because if you are doing any machine learning or deep learning, projects, you need to know how it's working. Okay, so that is how you are using the dataset. What is the dataset content? Okay, what are the columns we need to take as important? So like that, we need some dataset description, and we will see about the dataset, and then we will move on to the process. So here in today's session we are using machine learning, supervised learning, and then in supervised learning we are using classification type of algorithm. Okay, so in supervised learning we got totally 2, classification and regression, but today's session we are going to see about classification and real-time implementation. So if you wanna do with me, definitely you can do. So the dataset I already uploaded in my Google Drive link, and I will share the link to you in description. Okay, so if you wanna work, you can download the dataset and save it in your local disk. I will tell you how to upload the dataset in Google Collab, and then we will work. Okay, so this is the thing we are going to see. So that's it. Okay, so we will enter into the introduction, and here you can see first of all the definition of machine learning. Okay, so the machine learning and deep learning is like, generally if you need to know about what is machine learning and what is deep learning, it's a easy thing. Just we have machine learning algorithm or deep learning algorithm, so we need to train those algorithm. Okay, so by giving the data. Okay, so this is the general meaning of machine learning and deep learning, but the way of training machine learning is different, and the way of training deep learning is different, and way of predicting machine learning is different, and way of predicting deep learning also different. Okay, but the concept is same thing only. So introduction, and we will see about what are the types of machine learning is there. So we have totally supervised learning. This is one of the most familiar one for most of the persons, and unsupervised learning and reinforcement learning. Okay, so supervised learning is nothing but you are training the machine learning algorithm by giving with data and output. Okay, so you are training the machine learning algorithm by giving with data and output result. Okay, that is, if you are giving, for example, if you are in front of machine learning algorithm, if you are showing the pen, means I will show the pen and I will tell to the machine learning algorithm it's a pen. Okay, so that is general definition of supervised learning. If it is an unsupervised learning, means in front of camera you will show the sorry, not like that. Unsupervised learning is nothing but, for example, you have some data. Okay, so you have some data. The data is based upon, first of all you need to know what is the unsupervised learning types. Okay, so we got only 2 types. One is association, another one is clustering. Okay, if you take a clustering, okay, so if you take a clustering type of things, data set means you have data. Okay, so you have some data like related to COVID-19 patient details. Okay, like both COVID-19 attacked person and not attacked person. Okay, so we have data, but in that data we don't have exact output result. Okay, whether the person will be attacked by COVID-19 or whether the person will be not attacked by COVID-19. Okay, if we want to predict whether like attacked person, not attacked person, means we need to use clustering type of algorithms and clustering type of techniques. Okay, and if you have, okay, and if you have like do recommendation system like e-cart recommendation system or movie recommendation system, means we need to use association type of algorithm. Okay, so reinforcement learning is nothing but it will be learned based upon the crediting points. Okay, so it will be learned based upon the crediting points. And here you can see, here I already told you, if I give, here you can see I am giving a data of apple and I am mentioning to the machine learning model it's a apple. Okay, then if I give second, after training the algorithm, if I give an input apple, means automatically algorithm will be predicted an output it's a apple. Okay, so in supervised learning we already discussed, it's a, we have 2 types, one is classification and another one is regression. Okay, so classification is nothing but your prediction result will be an like whether it's a blue side or whether it's a green side. Okay, your prediction result will be like this, where that is your range. Okay, range of prediction should be an from 0 to 1 or 0 to 9 or 0 to 10, like that will be there. Okay, so that is called classification. But the regression prediction result will be like not in range. Okay, that is minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, we can't predict exactly what is this. That is called regression type of algorithm. Okay, and unsupervised learning, here I am passing the data, but I am not mentioning any data. It's a circle or it's a triangle or it's a square. Okay, I am just passing the data. So based upon that, it will be give the prediction result, that is based upon the data. For example, if you take normally some object, means we definitely have that object have attributes, right? So based upon the attributes, we will divide the data into circle or triangle or square, and then we will predict an output. Circle as a 0 and square as a 1 and triangle as a 2. Okay, so this is the way we can use of our clustering type of algorithm. Okay, so we have totally unsupervised learning, clustering and association. Clustering is all about like this only, and but the association is nothing but if you need to do any recommendation system. Okay, so you will use this type of data. Okay, so for example, if you have an music player in your phone. Okay, so if you are hearing the one song again and again n number of time, means automatically that song should be comes up the starting of the, whenever you are opening, it will be come at the starting. Okay, it will be gives the suggestion at the starting of the window. Okay, so that is the use of one of the thing, association. Okay, then reinforcement learning based on the environment. Okay, so generally we will place some machine learning algorithm over the environment. Okay, so it will be learned from the based upon the environment. Okay, so like playing games only. Okay, so we will don't know anything before we are playing the games. Okay, and we will play again and again, we will comes to know it's a which one is a good positive credit points and which one is a negative credit points. Like same thing only the reinforcement learning also, it's a subset of AI. Okay, and this is all about machine learning introduction. It's a short term introduction only, because we don't need to continue the theory sessions. Okay, we need to move on to the technical session, and we will see how the machine learning prediction will be done using AI. Okay, here I am using the data set. The data set is all about, like here you can see like employee details. Okay, so age and artisan. Okay, artisan is nothing but whether the person will be fired out in this company or not, and then business travel and daily route, department, distance, education level and employee details. Okay, and gender. So like that I am downloading the data set of employee details. Okay, so how much they are having experience. Okay, how much they having some other salaries related, or how much they getting now and how much they are hiked compared to the previous year or next year. So like that I am collecting the details of each and every employee. Okay, so this data set is downloaded from Kaggle website, and the data set is nothing but like it's all about how the person worked on the company. That is the original data. This is the original data set from IBM. Okay, so IBM, we are downloading those data set, and this data set is all about whether the person will be work on this company or not. Okay, so this is what we are going to predict in using machine learning. Then process of machine learning. So what we have to do, first we have data set. So I already showed you what is the data set we have. Okay, so here you can see this is the data set. So this is the data set which I am having. So using this data set, first I will be move on to the data preparation. Okay, so using first I will collect the data set. So we already have the data set. After I am having this data set, I will be moved to data preparation. So data preparation is nothing but like if you have a categorical value, you need to convert that categorical value into the numerical value. If you have like different type of data types, you need to convert those different type of data types into the correct order, correct type of data set. Okay, so like that we need to do some pre-processing steps, okay, like train and test splitting or any other thing. So we will do those process in data preparation, and after data preparation we will be move on to model fitting. Okay, so model fitting is nothing but if you have a data set, okay, so your machine learning algorithm want to predict an output. So if you, the output is nothing but whether the person will be fired out of the company or he will work for the company. Like that I need to predict an output means we need to train that model. Okay, so whatever you are taking any algorithm in machine learning like random forest, naive Bayes or any algorithm, we need to train that algorithm, right? So that is the step of model fitting. Okay, using that data we are going to fit the model. After fitting the model we will check the output result, right? So actually after training the model we need to see how the model is predicting an output, whether it's predicting correctly or not. Okay, so if it's predicting correctly means it's not a problem. If it is not predicting correctly means we need to do some hyperparameter tuning method. Okay, so this is the overall process of machine learning. Okay, overall process of machine learning, and this is what we are going to see in our real-time execution also. So here first we need to gather the data and importing the package, data analyzing, data visualizing, data pre-processing, model selection, train and test splitting, and evaluation. Okay, so let me move on to the real-time implementation and we will see how the prediction will be going on in our machine learning with AI. So here for that I am using Google Collab. Okay, so the Google Collab I already given the data set. This data set already I uploaded in my Google Drive, and then Google Drive link also available in our description link. So you can use that link and download the data set. After downloading the data set, you just go to your Google, you just open your web browser and open Google Collab. Okay, open Google Collab. Just search it for Google Collab, then you will be get some page information. So just click the first option, Google Collab option, and then it will be enter into your Google Collab page, that is welcome to collaboratory page. Okay, so here you can create your new notebook, that is you just need to click the file option and new notebook. Okay, automatically the new notebook file, that is new notebook Python file, will be created in your Gmail ID which you are login. Okay, so here I created my new notebook file. This notebook file will be saved in your Google Drive. Okay, so if you are open your Google Drive, there you have a folder name Google Collab notebook folder. If you open that folder, it will be available. Okay, so here I am changing the name machine learning in AI. Okay, machine learning in AI. Okay, so here now I need to type the code and I need to execute the code and I need to see the output result, but I need data set, right? So here till now I didn't import the data set. Here you have an option, file option. Okay, so just to click the file option. After you are clicking the file option, you will be it will be give like this icons. So if you are no drag and drop, okay, so you can just open your respected folder which your dataset is having. So EMP dataset is there, right? So down, just drag it, just click left button and then drag it, then move to your browser and place it in your Dropbox. Okay, so automatically your data set will be uploaded in our Google Colab. So if you don't know about this dragging option, you can use this option. Okay, so just click the first option, first icon in this, and then you can move it for your which folder, which directory your dataset is there. Just move it and click and open it. Okay, so after I am uploading the dataset, so note this dataset will be temporary only. It will be, this dataset will be not saved in your Google Colab. Okay, but this file which you are creating using file new notebook file, right? So that will be available in your Google Drive folders. Okay, so here I need to import some packages. The package name is pandas as pd, and then import matplotlib as plt, and then import cban as sns, and then import numpy, okay, numpy as np. So these are the packages, some of the basic packages, pandas to read the data set, and matplotlib and cban to plot the graph, and numpy, it's a numerical Python. We can calculate like matrix calculations and all. So I am running this cell. So whenever this notebook is nothing but you can run your programming code line by line. Okay, so here you can, I will type the code, and after typing the code I just use this icon and I am running this particular code cell. Okay, after running this particular code cell, if I need a new cell means you can use this plus code option and you can create a new cell. Okay, after creating a new cell, I am having a data set. The data set is employee data set, right? So here I need to read that data set. So here I am using def and I am calling the pd. Okay, so pd is nothing but here I imported the pandas. The pandas short name is pd. Okay, so here I am using pd dot read underscore csv, because it's a csv file, that is comma separated value file. So we need to use csv, and here we need to mention the dataset name. So the dataset name is starting with capital E. So I am just here typing capital E, then control space. If you are giving control space, automatically it will be give the suggest which one you need to use. Okay, so here I need to select emp dataset.csv. After this I am executing this cell. So each and every time you are typing the code in the particular cell, you need to execute that cell. After executing the cell, you just use def.head is the first file to display the your data set. Okay, head is the function to display first file in your code file. Okay, so here I am, this is the data set of which I reader using this. So this data set will be now reader, and save it in def variable. Then here I am just printing the first file, but here my all the data in def, I have all my data will be saved in the def, but I am just printing the first file. And what are the things you are doing with def, it will be applicable only for the def only. Okay, it will be, for example, if you are deleting this daily rate, it will be deleted in def only, it will be not deleted in emp.dataset csv file. Okay, after you done this one, we need to move on to the some other next step. The next step is like checking the column, how many columns we have. Okay, so if you need to see the how many columns we have, you can use column and you can check it out, not a column function. Okay, so here you can see these are the this many columns we have data set, but the main column is attrition. Okay, so here we have an output. If you see the data set means here you have an output. The output will be in the form of yes or no. Yes means the person will be fired out, no means the person will be work on this company. Okay, and these are the data of that particular person. So each row represent one user. Okay, each row represent one user. Okay, So here I am using a column and I am checking the information of my data set. Why I am checking the information means whether I need to seeing the data types. Okay, what are the data what are the columns I need to convert into the integer type. Okay, so here the name, the data type name which I am getting, the data type name which I am getting object, we need to convert those data type into an numerical value, that is zeros and ones. Okay, so without converting this object into the integer or float, if you train the machine learning algorithm, it will be give the error only. Okay, so we need to convert this, we need to focus on this object columns, so that is important. And after this I am checking whether we have a null values in my data set or not, using def.isNull function and dot sum. Okay, so here I need to use function, sum function. Before that we need to use here also function. So here I am using the isNull function to checking whether I am having any null values in my data set or not. So all are getting 0. So if you have any null values means we will be getting some values like 2 or 3, 10 values like that. Okay, so all are getting 0. So we don't need to drop the null values. Okay, so if you want to drop the null values, we have an another one function, that is drop NA. Okay, so drop NA is the function to drop the null values. So if you have any null values in your data set, you need to use this function to drop the null values. And next one I am looking for like just plotting some graph using count plot. Okay, so using count plot I will plot the graph. The graph is all about how many persons will be available in how many persons will be work on this company and how many persons will be not work on this company. If I want to check means you can use the name, that is attribute name attrition. Okay, so using this attribute name I am giving here attrition, and here I am using a data. So this is the one of the parameter available in count plot, but here I am passing my variable. The variable is which I am in that variable only I am saving my data. Okay, so def. So using this I am plotting the graph. So here you can see, here I am plotted the graph. Okay, so here we have a no, that is who are the person work on this company will be more than 1200, and who are the person will be fired out in this company have nearly 250 or 260, otherwise 300. Okay, so like this we have. Okay, and next what you have to do means you need to move for like dropping some unwanted columns. Okay, so why? Because here we having n number of columns. Okay, totally we have 34 columns in my data set. So this all the columns I don't need. So for that purpose I am dropping some unwanted columns using drop function. So here I am using def dot drop. Drop is the function to drop the column. So here I am mentioning like what are the columns I don't need means employee. I'm just showing you how we can drop. Okay, so I'm randomly picking some like employee numbers, because number and all I don't need, right? I just want to predict whether the person will be available or not. So number and all I don't need. And here I need to in pandas, if you have a pandas data type, you need to drop the column wise means. Okay, you need to use the axis, like you need to drop the employee number, right? So you need to use the axis equal to 1. Okay, so if you want to drop based upon the row wise means you need to use axis equal to 0. So it will be applicable for pandas data frame type. Okay, so here I am using that axis. So axis is 1. Okay, then in place equal to true. why I am using in place means after I am dropping the column, particular column, I will be just overwrite. Then here I am using the same code for next step also, and I will be drop this employee count also I don't need. So here I will place count, and I will use some other like this one over 18. So this also not important whether they have over 18 or not. Before that I need to copy code and I will paste for. Furthermore, we will use some 2 columns we will drop, and then we will finish it up just for your understand purpose only. Okay, here I am dropping over 8, and we will standard horse. This also somewhat not important, right? So here I will use that thing. Okay, so now these are the columns will be dropped after I am executing this particular cell in DF. Okay, so after I am dropping this column, when I use again df dot column, you will be not get those columns. Okay, so totally the columns in your data set will be automatically deleted. It will be deleted. Okay, so that is the use of drop column. So after you are dropping, and next you need to convert your data into the categorical column, right? Sorry, now numerical column. Why? Because we checked our data, some of the data in the object data type, so we need to convert into the integer type. So here I am using one list. Okay, the list name is categorical. I am taking all the categorical column, okay, in one column names. Okay, column names in one list. So here I am taking the first column which is categorical, here object. Okay, so which one? This one, attrition. This is the first column. So here I am taking the first column, here attrition. The next one, which is the column having an object, so I am taking as a next one. So the next one we are having an object like business travel. Next itself we have, so I will take business travel and then paste it here. Then what is the next column? We have an object, so this one done, department, right? So I will take department, and here I will place the department, and then next one, what is the object? So like this we need to check what are the object columns available in your data set. Here we have like educational field. You can copy that one and then place it in our education field. And we have another one column that is like object and overtime we removed, I think so we don't need. And we have gender column, right? So gender is important, that is male will be converted into an 0 and female will be converted into an 1. So here I will use gender column. After this I will be move on to the next object. So what is that next object? Job role. I think we don't drop this job role, so we have, so I am converting even job roles also. And after this next one, what we have an object after job role, we have this one, marital status. So here I am using again and pasting here. So like this you need to take some things. Okay, so up to this everybody done, right? Everything is done. Like we have another one, we dropped over 18 only, I think so. We will check it once again. We dropped over 18 only, not over time, so I will take that also object. So this is the last, I think so. So after this we have this one dropped, over time we dropped. Then after this we have no object type. So with this is the last one we are taking as an object names. So after I done this one, I am running this cell, executing that cell. Now in categorical column I am having all the data values. Now what I will do means I will create another one variable encode, okay, data encode variable. Here I am copying the data df, okay. So I am just using the copy function and I will use deep copy, okay. So I am running executing these cells. Now the copy, okay, so include, so if you do deep copy means the copy of the data and the indices, okay, that is using index values also it will be copied. Then next one I need to do some pre-processing, okay. What is the pre-processing is using sklearn. From sklearn I am importing the pre-processing step, this pre-processing class. Here I am doing the some pre-processing step. What is that pre-processing step is just I am converting my categorical column into the numerical column. So for that I need one function. The function name is label encoder. So in pre-processing class I am importing the label encoder function and save it in lab variable. Then after I am save it in lab variable, I am using for loop and passing all my columns within that for loops, okay. I am passing all the columns within the for loops. So here I am using a categorical column names, and after passing here I am using a data, that is encode, okay. So data encode means nothing but the data which we copied of def, right. So I am using the copied of def. Here I am iterating the using the iteration COL. After I am done this one, I am using the lab, that is label encoder function, and I am transforming the function, okay. I am transforming my data, all my categorical data into a zeros, one, ones. So here I am passing the COL, okay. Nothing it's happened first after in here in, okay. After I am first iteration, the categorical column, what is the first one? Iteration, right. The for first iteration the column is equal to iteration, then here also df iteration will become, then it will be transfer, that is iteration is nothing but here we have yes or no, right, yes, no, yes, no. So I will convert my yes and no using this label, that is zeros and ones, using this label, and again I am placing the same column name, okay. I am not changing any column names, I am placing the same column name, and then I am save it in that column. So that is what we are doing here. So I am just executing the cell. Key error, I am getting a key error over 18. So over 18 is getting key error. Here I am having an over 18, but before, yes, actually we dropped an over 18 here, but here I placed an over 18, okay. So that's why we are getting an key error. What we have to do, instead of over 18 we need to place here over time. I copied wrongly, so here I am using an over time instead of that. Then I am running, executing, then executing, then executing the next cell, then executing. So if you are done with any mistake, don't forget to run all the cell, okay. So that is important in Jupyter Notebook. After I am running this one, next I will show you the output result of my data set. So here I am using all the data will be saved in data encode output. So here I am displaying the first file data. So here you can see all the data in numerical way. There is no categorical column in my data set. Okay, so this is the way you can convert your categorical column into a numerical column by using this label encoder function from preprocessing. After you are converting this, okay, so after you are converting this, next we will be move on to the next step. The next step is nothing but we need to do train and test splitting. Okay, that is we already discussed in presentation also. So if you wanna train any machine learning algorithm, sorry, if you wanna predict, if you have a machine learning algorithm, for example, I will use now random forest algorithm. That is one of the machine learning algorithm. Using random forest algorithm, I will divide my data set into two types. One is train, the next one is test. Okay, now what we are having in my data set, the data set will be divided into two types. One is train, then another one is test. Okay, now this train data will be given to my algorithm. Okay, so the train data have both data and output also, that is dependent variable and independent variable, both are we are having in train data. So here the dependent is nothing but our attrition column. Okay, our attrition column is the dependent column, and independent column is nothing but apart from attrition, what are the columns we have in my data set, that is called independent column. Okay, so first we need to divide our data into like this, that is independent column separately and dependent column separately. After you done this one, we will be move on to the train and test splitting. Okay, one is train data, another one is test data. After we are dividing in the train and test data, train also have some data, that is 70% of data will be available in train only, and balance 30% of data will be available in test. Okay, so I will give this train data and test data to the, sorry, I will give only a train data to the random forest algorithm to train the algorithm. After I am training the algorithm, I will be give only a test data. Okay, that is only test independent column will be given to the random forest algorithm. So for this test data, dependent column, that is output prediction, will be given by my random forest algorithm. So this is what we are going to do now. So I will be open Google Collab. So here I am going with first I need to split my dependent value and my independent value and dependent value. Okay, so independent value is nothing but without attrition column. This is important, right? So here 1 means what is the first output here? Here 1 means yes. Okay, here 1 means yes, that is 1 means yes means the person who will not work in this company. No means the person who will work in this company. Okay, so here like this we have. So first, without this attrition, I need to save all the independent data in my x variable. Okay, so here I am passing data encode, and then using ilog function I am selecting the column. Okay, so from starting to ending, here I am passing the data encode again, and the data encode dot column. Okay, data encode that column, the column that is not equal to attrition. Okay, not equal to attrition. Then after this, I am converting my data frame type into an numpy type, that is array type. Okay, for that purpose I am using here values. After you done this one, I will be move on to the next one. The next one y. So in y we need to save only an attrition column. So here same code I am copy and pasting, but here instead of not equal to I am using equal to. So only attrition column will be saved in y. So if I execute this cell, I will be saved my all the data, that is without attrition, all the data will be saved in here, and only the attrition will be saved in here. So using values I converted all my data into an array type. So that's why here I am showing as an array type. So after you done this one, just move on to the train and test splitting. Okay, so we need to divide our data set. We need to divide our data set train and test. Okay, so for train and test splitting, I am importing the package from sklearn. From sklearn I am importing the package from sklearn dot model selection. Okay, so from sklearn dot model selection and importing the train and test splitting, and after importing the train and test splitting, using this train and test split function, I am dividing my data set into two types. One is train, another one is test. So before that, I need to save my train data in one variable and test data in one variable, right? So I am here, I am created the train data and test data variables. Then I need to save my train data output in one variable. So here I am saving the train data output in one variable and test data variable and output in one variable. Okay, so after that I am calling the train and test split function. After I am calling this train and test split function, between this function I am passing the parameter of x and y, that is which I take an independent and dependent column. Then after that I am giving the test underscore size, test size equal to 0.3. so 0.3 means in machine learning 30% of test size, so automatically it will be turned into an train size as a 70%. Okay, so 0.70% as a train size, 70%. Okay, so this is the thing we are going to do in train and test splitting. So now every data will be divide and then move it on to your train data and test data. So I am running this cell, executed this cell. After executing this cell, just I am showing you the train data. So if I print the train data, I am having some train data. For this train data in y train, I am having an output result. Okay, so like same thing only for this test data in y test, I am having an output result. So I done this one. The next one I am doing after train and test splitting, we need to train the algorithm. So we need to import first of all algorithm. Okay, so till now we didn't import the algorithm. Here I am importing a random forest algorithm. Random forest algorithm. Here I am importing the random forest algorithm. After importing, here not importing till now, so now I am importing from sklearn. Random forest algorithm will be available on sklearn package, ensemble package, and importing the random forest. So here you can see we have a random forest classifier and random forest regressor. Okay, random forest classifier is nothing but we already seen in supervised learning we have totally two type of method. One is classification method and one is regression method. So if you need classification type of algorithm, you can import classifier. If you need regression type of algorithm, you can import regression. So here my data set is based upon classification type, so I am importing the random forest classification. After importing the random forest classification, here I am using this icon to executing this cell. Now the random forest algorithm is imported. Now I am saving my random forest algorithm in one model. Here I am creating the variable model. Here I am using random forest classifier and I am passing the n estimators 100, and after this I am passing the random state as a 10. Okay, so I am now executing this cell. So now n estimate is equal to 100 and random state equal to 10. Based upon this function, the random forest algorithm will be saved in the model. Now we need to train the model. So here I am using the model, and I already told you if you want to train the model, you need to fit the model. Okay, so you need to use the fit function to train the model. So here I am using the fit. Fit is the function to train the model. So here I am using the fit and I am passing the x data, that is x train, that is data of the train and data of the output data of the train. Okay, so I am passing x train and y train. Okay, so if I execute this cell, here I am not getting any error. So now it's the model is trained based upon the X trained data and Y trained data. Okay, so after you train the algorithm, next I will be move on to, so if you want to train the algorithm, you need to use the fit keyword, and if you want to predict an output result, you need to use this one, predict function. Okay, so here I am using one variable. The variable name is model underscore output. Okay, the model underscore output equal to model dot predict. Okay, model dot predict, and here I am passing only my X test data. Okay, for this X test data I am having an output in Y test, but I am not passing the Y test. I am passing only an X test in my to my model. Okay, so the model will be predict an output whether who are the person will be stay in this company, or who are go out of this company, this fire out of this company. Like that, model will be predict the output like zeros and ones, and it will be saved in the this variable. So if you are printing that variable, you will be get an output like this. Okay, zeros and ones here like this will be have. It's not printing all the output, it's just printing the first three and last three. Okay, so now we have a total 2 output for this tray. Sorry, here we need to give test data. Unfortunately, X test data. So for this X test data only we need to predict an output result. So here you can see we are getting an zeros and ones. Okay, so 0 means already we know, and 1 means we already know. So now we have totally 2 output result. One is model underscore output, and another one is Y test, that is original output. So this output is predicted by my random forest algorithm, and this output we already have in my data set. So we need to check these 2 output, which one is in good way. Okay, that is which one is similarity wise it's correct. Okay, so for that purpose I am using the model from sklearn and importing the package called metrics. Okay, using metrics I am importing from sklearn.metrics, importing the package of accuracy score. Okay, using this accuracy score function value I will find the accuracy result. So ACC is equal to accuracy result, and here I am passing the Y test data and my model output data. So I will compare with each other. So when it's same means that is similarity wise I will be get an accuracy result. That is accuracy result is how much it's matching. So I am printing the accuracy result. Accuracy for random forest, then I am passing the ACC. Before that I need to use this one. So here we go, we are getting an accuracy rate 0.87. Okay, that is 87% model predicted and correct output. Okay, is zeros and ones. Till we have 30% as error rate. Okay, so this is the thing we are doing with random forest algorithm, training the algorithm and testing the accuracy score. Okay, so now if you need to predict an output for your own data. Okay, so because this is the webinar of machine learning with AI prediction, right? So if you want to predict with your own data, same thing what you are doing here you need to do in next step also, but the thing is different. That is, here I am creating a new variable input own data. Okay, so here I need to pass the my own data np dot array value. I am creating an array value because I trained as an array value only, and here I will pass my array values. Okay, I will pass the array values of my own input data. So first of all I need to take some input data. So what I am doing here means I am taking from here itself 41 to 102 to 1. Okay, so first 41 comma this 2. So this and all according to the attribute wise I am taking, so don't bother about this. So 1. Okay, after this 1 I need to take 2 1 2 0. Okay, 2 1 2 0. So here I am giving an input. Actually we need to iterate based upon the for loop. So here we don't have time, so I am doing like this. So if you need real time input, you are entering the column and you want to check, means you need to use for loop and input function. So 943274 943274, here I am passing 943274 943274. Okay, so based upon how much column we are training, we need to give those column as how much you are training the column, you need to give that column as a input. Okay, then only you will be get an output. So here I am passing all the input. So it's so long, so that's why I am copy pasting. So after you done this one, if you execute this one, my data will be saved it as a array format, and if you are passing this data to your model, it will be predict an output. The output according to our input data, whether the person will be left out of this company or work on this company, we will get an output zeros and ones as a zeros and ones. Okay, so I am showing you now, then you can check it out how it's printing. Okay, so now everything is done, and I am executing this input one. Now input one, all the data will be saved. Now I am using a model dot predict. Okay, I am using this one line, same line, and then I will check the output result. The output result changing as output 1. Okay, then I am predicting my input 1. After I am predicting this one, actually it's not getting any error. So if I print the result, you will be get an output known as a 1. Okay, so what we are taking here also exactly same only. Okay, what we are taking here also exactly one result only I am taking. So here also I am getting as a 1. Okay, so now it's printing correctly. So like this way you can create your own model and train the algorithm. Okay, so that is what in today's webinar I need to tell you guys. So I hope everybody will understood about this session, and if you have any doubt regarding this session, you may contact us on these numbers, Mr. Senthil Kumar, Mr. Srinivasan and Mr. Kumarasamy, and we are conducting the technical training programs for 5 days. If you are willing to join this, you can join. Next week onwards is starting, and we are conducting the 15 days internships also, like internship training program. Okay, so if you want to join, you will be get a certificate with IETE, and you can, if you want to join means you can contact us, those 3 numbers, they will help you. And thank you all. So I hope everybody will enjoy this session, and if you have any doubt, you may contact me on hoi.java@pantechmail.com, and if you need regarding upcoming event and further more information, you may contact us on WhatsApp and Telegram channel also. Okay, so thank you. We will see you on another one nice session. Thank you all.